Let me go to Rachel in Florida. Hello, Rachel. You're on the Glenn Beck program.
Hi, Glenn.
Hi.
I heard you this morning talking about the Blaze, and I haven't even gotten a chance to read that article. But I have got to tell you that I just recently went through with a bank. A few years ago, my husband and I really pushed to be debt-free. And even during this time, we started a couple businesses. We started a gun range, and my husband is an extremely talented machinist, and so we started manufacturing cosmetic gun parts, not even guns, just cosmetic things like barrel shrouds and muzzle brakes. And we are licensed, we are a licensed manufacturer. We wanted to go there, but we're not there quite yet. So my husband working 9 in the morning till 12 o'clock at night. We've built this business being debt-free. We have a very good credit score. My husband says, I need help. So we need to get employees. So before we went and did that, we decided what we would do is we have a commercial building. We would go and get a loan for about 25% of our building, just 25%. And we put in our paperwork in November, and they had questions. We answered the questions. It kept getting drug out. And I'm friends with everybody in the branch. They didn't know what was going on. They're trying to help me. In fact, even the president of the area went and spoke with the people, the brokerage people that I guess farm out the loan. And in the end, they actually requested me to take my loan somewhere else. They didn't even send me a denial letter. They didn't tell me why. They just drug it out. And last month, they asked me to take it somewhere else.
And you believe it's because of, like, GE Capital now is saying no loans at all to anybody who has anything to do with guns.
What could it be? What could it be? Nobody in the branch even has an answer for me. I said, I've banked with the same bank for 20 years.
Is it a national bank or is it a local bank?
It's a national bank, and I have taken my loan somewhere else. I had an option to go to a small bank, but I'm going to another big bank because I want to see if I get turned down again.
You will.
You will. Look, there's no need for laws in this country if you control the purse.
No, I know.
Control everything, and that's the way our government is ran, and that's what they're doing to this country.
Rachel, I will tell you this, that I just had this conversation because we're in the midst of a large acquisition on something, and so I'm taking out the first loan that my company has ever taken out. And we have several banks that would love to help us because we are all asset and no debt. And one bank is really giving us a hard time, and it is a local bank. And they're coming in, and it's harder to get the loan. They're making us jump through more hoops, everything. And I have told my staff just yesterday, that's the bank I want to go with. I want that bank for a couple of reasons. One, they're local. They're not tied to anything else. And in Texas, that means something. Two, they are so uber cautious on everything that if we are hit by a real problem, this bank has a chance of survival because they haven't gone back to the way it was. They survived the last time, and they learned lessons, and they are not being foolish. And I don't want a loan from a national bank. I don't want it. I would do your homework and look for the bank that is the local one, the one that is hard to get a loan from, the one that has enough assets to be really hit hard, and has kind of an attitude that we're local, we're proud, and we don't want your handouts. It might cost you an extra point to be able to bank there. Probably worth it. Don't, you're exactly right. When they have the purse strings, they have control. Try to spend your money and borrow your money and do business with people who think like you do. We are really in this together, and we need to help each other. Now is the time to be uber cautious, especially if you're in the gun world. Boy, I don't know how you're going to do it because they're just going to make parts, license fees, money impossible to get. And when you When you get that, then they don't have to do anything to the Second Amendment. It's impossible to make them, impossible to sell them, impossible to buy them, impossible because of shortages, impossible. But we stand behind the Second Amendment, absolutely. It's the way the progressives work.